Okay? So, you know, what they were trying to charge me with was having possession of a firearm. And the way they explained it to me is that when you're in a motor vehicle, anything within your reach is considered constructive possession. And I explained to them that those are all legalese words, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
Okay, so this morning I get another comment about Gus's firearm case from a Marie Cruz arguing that Karl's stuff helped get Gus's firearm charges dismissed. Now, that clip was from the talk show in which I talked to Gus about the case. But I guess people are still not getting this point. So let's go to the actual case. First of all, this is State v. Pike. This is from the Supreme Court of New Hampshire, which is where Gus lived at the time, or where the case was going on. Okay, so let's go to the actual fucking law. Right. Number 1, it is not a crime for a convicted felon to be in the presence of weapons, either knowingly or otherwise. A person cannot be convicted of a felony when he happens to walk into a house in which there are weapons. It is a crime, however, if he has control over a firearm. Now, in Gus's case, the guy that was next to him threw his gun behind Gus's seat. Now, right here, we got the Supreme Court of New Hampshire saying it's not a crime for Gus to be near to a gun. Number 2, this is U.S. v. Arnold. Now, remember, Gus mentioned the key phrase, constructive possession. Now, here we go. This is a quote. Yet, even if we treat this prosecution as arising under a constructive possession theory, that does not help Arnold. Doesn't matter. Quote, this is the key part. Presence alone near a gun does not show the requisite power, knowledge, or intention to exercise control over the gun to prove constructive possession. And there was another one. Here we go. This is from United States v. Burnley. It's from an appeal court, so it applies to lower courts. Here we go. Constructive possession requires that a person not only have the power or the intention at a given time to exercise dominion and control over an object either directly or through others. Mere presence on the scene plus association with illegal possessors, namely illegal possessor in this case would be the passenger in the car, is not alone to support a conviction for illegal possession for an unregistered firearm. Presence alone cannot show the requisite knowledge, power, or intention to exercise control over the unregistered firearms. Now, what does this mean in relation to Gus's case? Gus had no idea that the guy threw the gun behind his seat. He had no idea that the guy was even carrying a gun. He had no knowledge of the gun. He has no intention to exercise control over the gun. He had no power to control the gun. There was nothing that the state could not convict Gus for the simple fact that he basic facts did not support a conviction. It had absolutely nothing to do with Karl's theories. But why did it progress as far as it did? And we get that answer directly from Gus, because Gus did not tell the police anything at the time of arrest or during the case. He was talking, oh, well, I'm a man. All he had to say was that he did not know about the gun and that the guy threw the gun behind his seat. That's all Gus had to say. And he would not have been arrested. He would not have been charged. He would not have been jailed and had to have his father pay bail for him, which actually happened. Gus's father, according to him, had to take out a loan against some property to get him out. all this because Gus couldn't go and get either a public defender or a private attorney to help him with the case. He listened to Karl, and it fucked his shit up even worse than it would have been normal.